Hello children, today we are going to do the poem After Blenheim by Robert Southey. Robert Southey was an English romantic poet. He was the poet laureate, or in other words, the court poet of his time. A court poet is a poet who is appointed by the British sovereign to compose poems for the state occasions. He wrote this poem in 1796 about a battle that took place in Blenheim, a village in southern Germany in 1704. This battle was fought between the English and the French, in which the English were victorious. It is an anti-war poem that sharply criticizes the destruction and death caused by war. The poet uses the simple narrative of a grandfather explaining to his two grandchildren his own suffering and the suffering of many others like him who were victims of the battle. The grandfather cannot give any good reason for war and can only repeat that it was a famous victory. The poet wants to emphasize through the repetition of the lines that wars are senseless, futile, and evil, and that in war there are no real winners. So now let us begin with the poem. It was a summer evening, old Caspar's work was done, and he before his cottage door was sitting in the sun, and by him spotted on the green his little grandchild Wilhelmine. So the first stanza, it sets the tone and the atmosphere for narration and reflection. So it is a summer evening, and the place where the setting of the poem was is a cottage. It is the cottage of an elderly farmer named Caspar. And Caspar, he was sitting in the sun before the door of his cottage. And his little granddaughter, Wilhelmine, was playing on the field. And by him spotted on the green his little grandchild Wilhelmine, which means spotted means playing. On the green means a small patch of grass. So his little grandchild Wilhelmine was playing close to her grandfather on the small patch of grass just outside the cottage. So we begin the poem on a very positive note. Let's continue with the second stanza. She saw her brother Peterkin roll something large and round, which he beside the rivulet in playing there had found. He came to ask what he had found that was so large and smooth and round. Just then, it is a peaceful atmosphere, and just then she saw her brother Peterkin. She means Wilhelmine. That is, she saw her brother Peterkin who was playing near the rivulet. Now, rivulet is a small stream. Rolled something large and round, which he beside the rivulet in playing there had found. So, Wilhelmine's brother Peterkin was playing very close near to the rivulet, the small stream, and while playing over there, he had found something very large and round in shape. He came to ask what he had found that was so large and smooth and round. So he was coming towards his grandfather in order to inquire what is it that is so large, so smooth and so round in shape, because he is confused. He has never seen something like this before in his life. We begin with the third stanza. Old Caspar took it from the boy who stood expectant by, and then the old man shook his head and with the natural sigh, "'Tis some poor fellow's skull," said he, "who fell in the great victory." So old Caspar took it from the boy. So when Peterkin came close to his grandfather Caspar and just put his hands out, showing him that round and large and smooth thing, old Caspar took it from the boy who stood near his grandfather expectantly, means he was expecting to get a reply from his grandfather as to what it was. And then the old man shook his head and with a natural sigh, "'Tis some poor fellow's skull," said he. So the old man took it from the that rounded, large, smooth thing from his grandson and held it in his own hand and shook his head in despair, just remembering the past, and with a natural long breath, he that is called a sigh, he said that this is the skull of a poor man who fell in the great victory. It is the skull of a poor man who died in the battle at Blenheim, in which the English were victorious. He calls it a great victory. He remembers the past in which thousands and thousands of men lost their lives. We continue with the next stanza. I find them in the garden, for there's many here about, and often when I go to plough, the ploughshare turns them out. For many thousand men, said he, were slain in that great victory. So continuing to answer his grandson Peterkin, Caspar says, I find them in the garden. So he says, whenever I go to the garden, I find many of the skulls of the soldiers, of the poor people who died in the Battle of Blenheim. For there's many here about, because there are many skulls lying over here, deeply buried inside the earth. And often when I go to plough, the ploughshare turns them out. And he says, very often when I go to plough in the field, the ploughshare is a broad blade of the plough. The ploughshare turns out the skulls of the people who are deeply buried in the earth here. For many thousand men, said he, were slain in that great victory. Slain means they died. He says, because many thousands and thousands of men, they died or they were killed in that battle of Blenheim, which he again and again calls as the great victory. I hope the poem is clear. In my next video, I will explain the rest of the poem in detail. Thank you.